Hi everyone, Angela here and welcome back, and today I'm going to share some quick tips on how to forgive yourself and sometimes others. So first, recognise the mistake. Understand that everyone makes mistakes and it's important to identify what went wrong. So if you have made a mistake and you can recognise it, you've got that self-awareness. I mean, you're here. That says everything, that you've got the self-awareness to actually be watching a video like this to work out how you can forgive yourself. It's recognising the mistake that you've made, whatever that may be, and this is no judgment either. So secondly is presume innocence. Start by assuming that you're innocent to start with. So list out what you think you did wrong and then defend yourself as thoroughly as you can, and don't be overly harsh on yourself. Okay, so if you just try using that sort of scenario, picture yourself being up in court over something, perhaps. I mean, it's quite extreme, but it depends how badly you're feeling about it and how much you want to try and forgive yourself, or how much you feel like, you know, you're really struggling with this as well. And then I want you to analyse the situation. So consider all the situational factors and assess if it was like willful blindness or a lack of information that contributed to the mistake. So did you intentionally do something that's completely unforgivable? 9 times out of 10, if you're watching this video, there's chance that you know, the mistake that you possibly made wasn't something that was completely unforgivable. There may have been some reasons behind why you did what you did, and were you willfully blind, or did you just not understand what you were doing at the time and you didn't have the information that you needed, and that contributed to the mistake that you made rather than it being catastrophic? Okay, so maybe try and look at it that way. So, and then on point 4, learn and plan for the future. So determine what you would do differently from the information that you've gathered on the last few points. Then determine what you would do differently and how you can avoid making that mistake again. So this can just help for you to get your head around what the mistake was and, you know, work towards what you could do in the future to make things better so that you don't make a mistake again. For others to earn forgiveness, and this is important, because a lot of the time we're taught, oh, you must forgive the person, they didn't know what they were doing. I don't necessarily believe in that as well. I think other people must acknowledge their mistake and understand what they did was wrong, and then also for them to be able to propose a better way for them to move forwards too, for you to then be able to forgive them. So for them to commit to not repeating it again, and for them to understand. I don't believe, and this is my belief, I don't believe that you can forgive people if they haven't actually admitted to what they've done and they've also understood and acknowledged and have the self-awareness. For me, there's some actions that are completely unforgivable, and that is not for everybody. You might find it very easy to forgive, and you might have certain actions, and there's certain things that people can do. And as I said before, if you're looking internally at yourself to forgive yourself, then there might be things that you've gone back through and you've done this analysis and you've agreed that, you know, you can forgive yourself. That's a completely different thing to having the actions of somebody else and not being able to forgive somebody else. So I'm not saying that everybody deserves forgiveness, because it's my belief that they don't all deserve forgiveness. There are some things that are completely unforgivable, and you do not have to forgive everyone. Atonement is key. So once you've learned, so this is going back to moving on. So once you've learned from the mistake and you do get to move on, even your conscience will let you off the hook if you've reconfigured your pathway to avoid repeating the mistake. So if you've gone back through all of those parts that I've suggested, and you've gone through everything and you've set things in motion that will help you never make that mistake again, then you know your conscience is off the hook and you can reconfigure and avoid repeating the mistake again. It's about learning and improving. So going through all of those steps that I've mentioned before, and going through the steps that I've mentioned before, and finding out ways that you can improve yourself as well. So if you found these tips helpful and you would like to know more, then please let me know and share your own experiences in the comments below as well. And as usual, thank you very much for watching. Appreciate it.